Happy Monday, everyone. Thank you for tuning into TTV. I'm your host, Toya. And today I just wanted to be a little vulnerable with you all and share something that I'm quite positive that other people deal with as well on some level. May not be exactly as I deal with it or as I feel, but I know other people do come across this and feel the same way. So I was listening to Abraham Hicks, which is someone I listen to quite often because they have a way of saying things that hit home for me, that make me open up and realize and start the process of fixing and figuring out things. So it really kind of gets to me. And I was listening to it today, and it was the one I was listening to, and I kept listening to it over and over and over and over and over again, and to the point where it's like, okay, let me go meditate on this for a minute. And so I went to sit down and meditate on it. And one of the things that I have an issue with is I love everybody. Okay. Even people I don't like, I still love. But it is difficult for me at times to feel that love. Like I know it's there, I know I have it, and I will respond and act off of it. So if they need something, I will do it because I love them. But if I feel like if I try to center on that feeling of that love, I can't feel it because I've done tucked it away and locked it away. And so I was meditating, thinking, like, okay, well, why do I feel this way? Where is this coming from? And again, like with most people, stems back to childhood. So in my childhood, um, I love my family very much, very deeply, but they kept rejecting me. They kept telling me in different ways that I wasn't good enough. I wasn't doing things right. I wasn't behaving the way they wanted. And so, therefore, I didn't deserve that love. And it came out in different ways to the point where it started to make me internalize it like, okay, something is wrong with me. And so I started looking at everything that was wrong with me, everything I didn't like in me, and beating myself up for it. And as I got older and pulled away from some of those ideals and thoughts or the influences that the family had on me at the time when I was a child, and I started coming into my own, that thought process, that belief system was already there and created. And so I realized today that one of the things that I've been doing my whole life is ensuring that that process continues on, ensuring that I keep finding things not to like about myself, ensuring that I have something that I don't like about myself so that it gives meaning and purpose behind this dislike. So if I have these flaws, if I have these things that need improvement that I don't like, that I don't want to experience or have, then I am justified in not liking myself. I am justified in beating myself up. I am justified in treating myself the way I do. And eventually we have to get to the point where we recognize that and start to work on changing that to get out of that whole belief system of not being enough, of our flaws defining us as a person in a whole. Now, if you were to come and ask me what kind of person I am, I think I am a beautiful person because that's what I strive to be each and every day. I strive to be a better person than I was the day before. I strive to improve on things for myself because as I improve on myself, then my relationships with other people and how I see other people and respond to other people improve as well. And I never want anyone to feel bad because of something that I said to them or something that I did. And so that is my process and how I go through life. And I think that that makes me a good person because this is what I strive to be for others. Um, and even in that, there's some discomfort in even saying that. In saying that, I think that I'm a good person. It almost feels like I'm being narcissistic or something. And I know that's not the case. I'm saying I'm a good person because this is what I strive to do each and every day. This is the kind of person I strive to be each and every day. And it has nothing to do with anybody else. It's just my own internal, which goes back to what I was saying before. I am full of love. I love everybody. Okay. Even people I don't like, I still love. Even if you hate me, I still got love for you. Um, so like I said, even in that, saying that to you guys, just there's a bit of don't say that, don't say that, that's narcissistic, you can't be that way. And it's not being is said in a conceited manner. So I say all of this to say that no matter where you are in life, there's always room for improvement. Of course, when you're doing something, people won't call you. No matter what you're doing in life, there's always room for improvement. There's always something that you can work on. And starting back in probably last year, October, so October 2020, it really started to turn around to become a year and a time for personal development for me, a time where I really look at some of my habits and some of the things that I do and some of the beliefs that I have that motivate me and get me going every day, and are responsible for some of the reactions that I have, some of the feelings that I have. And I've been going through this personal development phase, like I said, since October of last year. And I'm understanding now that no matter how advanced I get with it, no matter what I clean up, sort of say, or beliefs that I change and improve on, there's still more that come up from the surface. So it's almost like cleaning out a river or something. You have all this trash on top. So you move the trash, you take that and you throw it away, and then you get all this gunk that comes up. And it's like, okay, well, let me go through and, scrape all of that off. And then after you scrape all of that off, it's okay. Now you got this phone. Where does phone come from? Okay, well, let me get rid of the phone. And it's going to be a continuous process just like that, to where no matter what you clean up, you're still going to have some other stuff. But what I'm finding is it's easier. It doesn't hurt as bad, and it's easier to clean up and get through. So I encourage other people to go through personal development. I started out actually in therapy. So I started talking to a therapist, and then from there, and I believe it's because I opened myself up to the ideal of talking about it to someone, the ideal of um, working on it, the whole acceptance of this is what I need to do. And because of that, it opened the door for other things to come to me. And so I ended up with this program, LMA program, Life Mastery Achievers, Master Achievers. And I worked that program. And the first time I went through it, it was so hard. Oh my God, it was so difficult. I remember pausing and just like, okay, I can't do this. No. And I remember looking at my laptop, rolling my eyes and everything. But I pushed myself to do it. I pushed myself to continue because I wanted to feel better. I wanted to be a better me. And with the goals that I have set for myself now, because I now have life goals, which I haven't had in all my 44 years of living, but I have life goals now. And part of that is that I will be helping other people. And it's hard to help other people if you yourself are not where you need to be. And so going through that program actually is helping me, because I'm not 100% there yet, but it is helping me get to where I need to be so that I can progress to helping others and do what my calling is for in this life. So if you don't get anything else out of this message, just get this, that we all have things that we need to work on. We all have flaws that we look at. And instead of feeding the negative thoughts that we have on those flaws that we have within ourselves, we need to look at them like, okay, yes, this may be a flaw, but it doesn't define who I am. Because at the end of the day, I am a wonderful, beautiful human being. And the flaws that I have do not make up who I am. It's a part of what I am and who I am, but it doesn't make me as a person, because flaws you can always fix. Flaws you can work on. Flaws are there so that you can progress and come over it and be stronger and a better person. And so I have some reevaluating that I'm going to need to sit down and do and work through. But I will do it and I will get through it. And those flaws are not going to define me or define how I see myself or what I do, my actions throughout my days. That's what really boils down to what it is that I'm going to need to do. And so I hope this helps somebody, even if it's just one person. I really hope that this message helps somebody, because for me on the inside, it's like it flipped a switch. Like, ah, okay, and illuminated, light on this whole situation and where it's coming from, because it's something that has plagued me for years. For years, this has plagued me. And so I need to work on changing my thoughts. First of all, acknowledging the thoughts that I have and changing them, because if I don't recognize I'm having those thoughts, then it's not going to change. But recognizing those self destructive thoughts that I have, that have me doing things that I don't want to do, um, but recognizing those and changing them to what it is that I need them to be and what I want them to be. And so that I'm not basing my decisions and basing my actions off of something that isn't even relevant anymore, something that happened in the past that isn't even a part of my life anymore, so that it doesn't define who I am. And it's not who I see or what I see when I look in the mirror. I don't want to see my flaws. I want to see how beautiful I am. I want to see this flower that I'm blossoming into, sort of say. I want to see the beauty that I am becoming. I want to see everything positive about myself. And I want the same thing for everyone who is watching this, and even those that you love and care about, which is why I decided to go ahead and show this and be vulnerable and put that out there for everyone else, because we need to look at ourselves and look at how beautiful we are. I remember scrolling through this one group I'm in on Facebook and looking at everybody and looking at how different everyone is, and the different backgrounds that everybody comes from. Like, we are all each so unique and so beautiful in our own ways. Like, it's amazing. Like, you have how many billions or trillions of people in this planet, and each one is different, just like a snowflake. It's a beautiful thing. And I know it sounds corny to some people, but it is. It's a beautiful thing. If everybody looked the same and did the same thing, it would be very boring here. The fact that everyone is so unique and so beautiful in their own sense, in their own way, it touches me. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's a beautiful thing. That's all I can really say. And I love it. I love it. I love how different, I love how unique everyone is. I love the different facets and the different perceptions and the different ways that we think and the ways our mind process. I love the fact that it's different and that everybody doesn't do it the same way. And that's the part of myself that I want to embrace. That's the part of you that I want you to embrace. That's the part that I want us to embrace in each other and stop looking at the flaws, because I'm guilty of it as well. And I notice that I do it, and I'm trying to figure out, like, why do I do this? And part of it is because I have a hard time loving my own self. I have a hard time releasing that love because I've been rejected so many times that I learned that if you love somebody, it's going to reject you, and that's going to hurt. And so I won't allow myself to fully feel the love that I have for someone, because they will hurt me. They will reject me. They will do something. And it's really a perception, because you've done it to other people. And it's not that you don't love them, that you don't care for them, that you're trying to hurt their feelings. It just may be that you're caught up in work at the time, or you're dealing with I don't know, a leaking faucet or something. I don't know. But we've all been there and we all done it before. Maybe you're just tired. Maybe, whatever the reason is, we've all hurt somebody else before with that rejection or that denial that they feel is a denial of love against them. And so we cringe away. And really, it's just a way we're looking at it. It's just a perception. That person doesn't love you tomorrow and hate you today. They still love you yesterday. They still gonna love you today, and they still gonna love you later on. And sometimes it may take something drastic to happen for us to realize that. But in the end, it's really about our perception and how we see it. And so my perception has prevented me for so long to hold the love in. And I know that's why I have some of the issues I have, like my weight. Yes, I'm getting it off. I'm releasing it. It's coming off, but it's very slow, and it's, ooh no, that yo-yoing effect. And I know part of that has to do with what I learned today and discovered about myself today, which is that self-love. Um, because if I release the weight, then what do I have to criticize myself on? If I release the weight, what do I have that's a flaw that I can use to feed this negative perception that I have on myself? And so that's what I need to work on to help me. And I hope this helps you and help you realize some of the things that you do for your own self that you may need to retweak or, just rethink. So I know this is a longer video, longer than what I normally do. So I apologize for that. But this was, like I said, it was something on my heart and that I was going through. And I knew somebody else is going through it as well. So I wanted to share this with someone else because loving other people really starts with loving ourselves. And if we're having struggles and difficulties loving ourselves, there is a reason behind it. And that's what we need to really focus on and dig deep on to find out why. Um, so that it can improve our quality of our life. Because that's what it's about, quality of life, learning, progressing, growing into something more. So I love you guys. And I'm going to allow myself to feel all that love I have for everyone who's watching this. But I love you. I hope you have a wonderful week because this is Monday. So I hope you have a magnificent Monday, terrific Tuesday, wonderful Wednesday. Uh, I ran out of a tea. We're going to say a terrific Thursday too then. Fantastic Friday. And of course, super terrific weekend. All right. I love you guys. Have a good day. And thank you for watching. Oh, and please like and subscribe if this helps. And share if you feel that this will help someone else. All right. Love you guys. Bye.